So my name is Charlie and welcome to my page, Consulting Charlie. I just want to tell you this page is all about business and credit and how you can use your credit as leverage for your business. You know, my forte is working with small business owners and entrepreneurs that are just trying to get started and don't really have money and trying to figure out how to get it, because we don't have rich family members and people that's willing to invest capital into our businesses. So we have to learn how to use credit as leverage and also use our personal credit as leverage for our business credit. Backstory about me, I have had so many businesses and some have failed, some have done great. But all in all, the ones I've noticed the most that did not make it, money, using the bank's money. I was a cash strapped business. I didn't understand that I needed credit in order to pretty much be the gap between my cash flow and the liquid capital that I had, pretty much. So with the hard lessons that I learned, I pretty much consult other small business owners like yourself, if you're watching this page, and kind of give you an idea of, you know, how to boost your personal credit score so that you can be able to personal guarantee and use that credit for your business endeavors per se. But before we get into any of that, the first thing you need to understand is that you have to have a strong credit profile. When I say that, I mean you want to be in the 700 club or better. Really, 740 or more is tier 1 credit, but 700s will suffice. You want to have no more than 3 to 4 inquiries per bureau. You definitely want to need to have some credit cards. Credit cards hold a lot of weight on a credit report, and a lot of people don't understand that. And when I say credit cards hold a lot of weight, meaning you want to have $10,000 to $20,000 worth of revolving lines of credit. If you don't have access to that, you can always be added as an authorized user. And somebody may say, well, if credit cards hold a lot of weight, what about my car loan? What about my student loan? What about my mortgage? That's fine and dandy, but how the banks really utilize and gauge how you pay your bills is based off of credit card history, if you really want to believe it or not. With that, and how they're able to do that is based on your utilization. That's one factor. You have to 30% of your utilization actually counts for, 30% of your score actually counts for utilization. How are you using the credit that they give you? Now, it's some BS that the banks will give you money and turn around and tell you how to use it. Yeah, it is, but the truth of the matter is that's just the name of the game, and we got to learn how to play the rules. Another thing is payment history, making sure that you're paying your bills on time. But back to the whole using, $10,000 to $20,000 worth of revolving lines of credit. You want to have some primary lines, but we also want to have access to authorized user trade lines if we don't have primary credit that we can get in the higher limits. So you would either go through a company, which, you know, there are tons of them out there, including my company, or you can go through a personal person that you may know that's willing to add you as an authorized user to their card. But please be mindful that they can mess you up, you can't mess them up, because the whole purpose of the authorized user trade line is for you to get benefits of being added to their credit card, meaning that they have a good credit age, maybe 3 to 5 years of credit age, no more than 10 to 15% of utilization. I like it to be less than 10%. No late payments whatsoever on the credit card, and they're not using this card for daily spending habits. So that would be a good candidate for someone to add you as an authorized user to their card. With that being said, you also want to have some mix of credit as well. You may have a car loan on there, here or there. You may have a personal loan, but no matter what type of accounts you have, you always want to make sure that you're paying those accounts on time. And then once the credit profile is where it needs to be, we want to make sure that our business is set up properly, so you have business credibility where the business is set up properly, and then you can pretty much personal guarantee. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't like the personal guarantee for all of my business. People don't come for me. This is for amateurs or people that's trying to get started. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of the cash cards nowadays, it's very rare to find a cash card that is not going to pay personal guarantee. When you're trying to get with the Amexes, the Chases, the Bank of Americas, the Capital Ones, the list can go on and on, they are going to want to personal guarantee you. Because the truth of the matter is that how are you going to get access to somebody else's money if you ain't got skin in the game? Why would I give you access to $20,000 worth of line of credit for your business and you can't even manage and maintain your own personal bills? So that's something that you also want to look into and make sure that once your personal credit is good, you will be able to get business credit through your personal credit, which will be personal guaranteeing. And making sure that the business is set up properly, again, like I stated. And pretty much from there, that's when you'll pretty much be able to have a little bite when you go in to get your lines of credit or your loans or whatever the case may be. But it all starts, one, with making sure that you pay your bills on time. Two, making sure that you're not overutilizing or maxing out any credit cards that you have. And if you are, you need to find out what your reporting date is and pay those cards back down to that 30% before the actual reporting date on your credit report. Three, that you're not you're not applying for too much credit, no more than 3 to 4 inquiries per bureau. When you apply for too many credit cards or too many loans or cars or houses, it makes them feel like you're desperate. Like, why are you seeking so much credit? I have clients that have a 700 credit score or 750 credit score, and they've got denied because they have too many inquiries. Yeah, maybe a bogus BS reason for somebody to deny somebody, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not the bank. I don't make the rules, so yeah. And then another thing is we also want to make sure that moving forward that you're not applying for in lieu of also applying for too much credit, you're not opening too many accounts in a short period of time. There are some banks like Chase that have the 524 rule, where if you open more than 5 accounts within a 24 month period, they will deny you. I really think that's a stupid one, but okay, whatever. But yeah, so you also have to be cognizant of that as well. So those are just some rules and things I want to give you tips on credit, because the name of the game is using other people's money. A lot of people are always talking about, how they want to win the lottery. They want access to $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. But the truth of the matter is the bank can give you that type of money. Will you have to pay it back? You're damn right you will. But guess what? At least you can get access to it. Some of us have never seen $50,000, $60,000. And the beautiful thing about having lines of credit is that it's revolving money. So you spend it, you get it back. But you don't want to carry a balance for too long. It's so many pieces to the puzzle when it comes to credit and things that go behind the scenes with the whole strategy of it. And sometimes that's a whole nother video. But I just want to give you guys a few tips that you can use moving forward so that you can get yourself to establish a way of leveraging your credit and creating positive debt, especially for those of us that's looking to start a business. And the truth of the matter is that when you first get started with a business and you go to the bank to try to get a loan, they're 9 times out of 10 not going to give you that loan without any documentation. So this is all based off unsecured funding. So if you're going to the bank and you're trying to get a loan, you don't have a W-2 for that business, you don't have bank statements, you don't have anything to back up your financial history of that business, there is a possibility that you may not be getting any money from them, because they want to see what kind of teeth you have they want to see what kind of skin that's a teeth. They want to see what kind of skin you have in the game. So with that being said, I'm doing all kind of bloopers today, child. All kind of bloopers. With that being said, make sure that you are paying your bills on time, that you are not using too much of your credit, that you are not applying for too much credit, that you get access to some high limit trade lines. If you don't have any, you can inbox me or my team and we'll get you access to our inventory list of trade lines that we have available. We can get you some high limit trade lines between $10,000 to $30,000 that you can add to your credit report. But you want to make sure that there's no derogatory items on that credit when you're adding these trade lines, because you won't get as much traction as you would like to see based on if you had a clean credit report. And then make sure that your business is set up properly. So if you're getting started into business, the first thing, once your business is set up properly, making sure that you have good credit before you even start your business. Well, I say get the business on paper, start acting like the business exists, but you need to be working on your credit, or you need to go out and find you a partner that has some good credit and use their credit as the investor for the business. So it's all about just being creative with your financing to meet your business money goals, pretty much your financial business goals. So the days of, I'm just going to bootstrap it, I'm going to start my business with little to no money, I'm not going to have a reserve line of credit, I'm just going to do whatever I got to do. Yeah, that can work. We got some people that got some success stories like that. But to be honest, most businesses fail within the first 5 years because they don't have money. That's just a fact. So, and I actually was a victim of that at one point in time, not having enough cash flow, and was a cash strapped business, using my pension money, thinking I could work overtime, thinking that I could just use the cash flow and the revenue from the business and not having any reserves. So, let's do business different moving forward. And by saying that, use your credit. What's the purpose of having a 700 something credit score if you're not going to use it to get no money? What's the purpose? Waste of three good digits. So yeah, If you guys have any questions, you can leave your comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. I know this video was kind of like quick and to the point, but I just want to give you guys some tips and tricks, because a lot of us are getting out here starting in business and our credit scores in the 500s. And I can tell you right now, 500, if you get some money, child, the interest rate that they're gonna charge you on it, you might as well give it back, ball it up and give it back to them. You better off going to your grandma, asking her to let you borrow a couple $100, because at least she ain't gonna charge you all that interest. But I would definitely say get your credit straight, get your business plan in place, and use your credit as leverage. But you can build business credit while you're working on your personal credit, like through net accounts with Uline and Quill and places like that. But with most of those companies, if you don't have a company that needs like a lot of garbage bags, coffee cups, gloves, yeah, then you just gonna have a whole damn house full of gloves, garbage bags, coffee cups. But your business needs money. I ain't saying nothing wrong with them companies, because I had a bakery and I used to use the Uline all the time, but I also needed money. And my problem with as being a business owner is I did not understand the importance of using credit. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below whether you like it, dislike it. Hey, I take constructive criticism. But I'm signing off. Again, my name is Consultant Charlie. Thank you, and I will be dropping a new video soon.